Yeah, my name is Roisman the Eagle, and today I want to talk about the X-rays. Firstly, we need to know what is X-ray. X-ray is the electromagnetic radiations which formed when fast electrons are suddenly stopped by metal target, a tungsten target. A tungsten target is used because it has a high melting point so that it cannot melt off. Anyway, the production or the how do we achieve to form an X-ray? You first apply the high voltage AC alternating current. You need to have a step up so that you have the high voltage to in order to emit more electrons. The filament is heated there on the cathode. The filament is heated to emit those electrons. Those electrons, firstly, there on the cathode, we have something called focusing cathode. That focusing cathode on the filament, it is always a concave to focus those emitted electrons to the anode. The anode is that metal target. So when you hit the filament, the that electron beams that is emitted, it is focused to the anode. On the anode, it will be suddenly stopped and redirected to and that one that will be reflected, the reflected rays of the electrons now will be the X-ray. And one thing you have to know is that the X-ray is formed, those electrons, the kinetic energy of the electrons, the X-ray is just kinetic energy of those electrons that are emitted from the filament. So the more the kinetic energy, the more the X-rays. Only 0.5 of kinetic energy is converted to X-ray, but the rest, 95%, is converted into heat. That is why the tungsten target is used, because it has the high melting point, so it cannot melt. That heat produced is conducted by that anode. There is copper on the anode where the tungsten is attached. So tungsten, it cannot melt because it has a high melting point. Then the copper, being a good conductor of heat, it conducts that heat produced from the formation of the X-ray to the we have other liquid there to cool that heat that is produced. Then the X-ray is directed through a window. That window is on the lead shield. I mean, sorry. What is the purpose of the lead shield? Lead shield is there to overcome the X-rays, the rays that will emerge or that will be reflected to different angles. So the lead shield will prevent them from escaping to other angles. The X-ray cannot pass through the lead shield, cannot penetrate the lead. That's why lead is used. And X-ray will be redirected there. Intensity of the X-ray.